All right, what's going on, you guys? Nick here with Nick Strength and Power. I've got a couple of interesting stories for you guys today, so let's get straight into the news here. So the first story that I wanted to talk about here is about Larry Wheels. Larry Wheels posted an interesting video on his Instagram page today. So he posted a strict curl video. So as you guys know, I'm a big fan of the strict curl. I've competed in the strict curl. I've set records in the strict curl. It's one of my favorite lifts there is in powerlifting. So Larry Wheels, whom I've never seen strict curl before, posted this video, which is a 90 kilogram strict curl, which is 198 pounds. My best strict curl ever was 165 pounds at 165 pounds body weight. So Larry says in that post, 198 pound strict curl challenge, tag me in your best strict curl and get reposted. And I, of course, commented on that post. But if you scroll down, Larry also said in the comment section that he is going to be attempting the world record, or he's chasing the strict curl world record, which is held by Denis Saplinkov, which is a 249-pound strict curl, or 113 kilograms. So 90 kilograms, roughly 23 kilograms off of that world record. So roughly in pounds, 50-ish pounds away from the world record. Apparently, what I'm being told, the first time he's ever tried a strict curl, coming within 50 pounds of the all-time world record. So very impressive stuff by Larry. And I think it's great for someone with the following and really the clout that he has in powerlifting and in the sport and in the industry to be pursuing strict curl, because I think he's going to bring a lot of attention to it where there wasn't really a lot of attention on it before, especially with saying, kind of encouraging followers to attempt it and tag him in it. It's going to encourage a lot of people to try strict curl, and I think that's fantastic. I think he's a perfect ambassador for something like that. And not only is he a beast in the strict curl, apparently, but recently he set a deadlift PR as well, deadlifting 937 pounds, or 425 kilograms, at 275 pounds body weight. And I got to say, I love those blue Alico plates. I think those look incredible. So congrats to Larry. Almost, coming within 50 pounds of the strict curl world record the first time he ever strict curled. And, of course, the deadlift PR is impressive as hell, too. And if you guys want to learn more about the strict curl, go check out my video, The World's Strongest Biceps. I posted it this week, and you guys are loving it so far. It's got almost 500,000 views, and a lot of people are enjoying that video. So if you don't know anything about strict curl and you haven't seen that video, go check it out. It's on my channel now. It's doing pretty well. People seem to be pretty interested in it. All right, now next up in the news, Hadi Choppan with the rare update. We don't see a lot of Hadi Choppan in the offseason, it seems. There's not a whole lot of pictures and videos of him that seem to be new coming out of the Hadi Choppan camp. But recently he posted a deadlift video, supposedly training for the Mr. Olympia, hoping that he's going to be there, of 260 kilograms, which is roughly 573.2 pounds. So 573.2 times 8 is what Hadi is repping out on the deadlift. And I'm very excited to see if he's going to make it to the Olympia. Obviously, he's already qualified for the 2020 Mr. Olympia, but the question is going to be whether or not international travel is going to be permitted for international competitors to even be able to compete at the Olympia, assuming the Olympia is still even held in December, and assuming things go swimmingly with everything that's going on in the world and things hopefully improve. Now, I did want to point out here, the thing that I was most impressed about in this video is his gym in the background. Hadi's nickname is the Persian Wolf. You can see that wall in the background with the wolf mural that says Persian Wolf on the wall at his home gym. That's a pretty nice touch. But then in front of that, what appears to be a steel sculpture of a wolf head in honor of Hadi Choppan. That, to me, that is amazing support for an athlete that trains at your gym. So shout out to whatever gym Hadi goes to. I think that's really taking it to the that extra mile to make him feel appreciated and respected. And I just thought that was a really cool touch, and that's what stood out to me when I was watching this video. Is wow, that's pretty badass. Now, while we're talking about impressive deadlifts here, we got to talk about Ivan Makarov. So Ivan Makarov is the Russian strongman that actually called out Hafthor Bjornsson. He is the powerlifter that actually attempted the 501 kg deadlift prior to Hafthor. Now, he didn't get the lift, But he did come close. A lot of people think he came close, and a lot of people think he had more in the tank because he has deadlifted in training some insane numbers. I believe something like a 520 kilogram deadlift off of a block. I mean, the dude is insane. He's insanely strong, and a lot of people arguably think he is going to be the guy that takes the record from Hafthor sometime soon. Well, recently in training, Ivan pulled 440 kilograms, which is roughly 970 pounds, so close to a 1,000-pound deadlift, and he's training for a deadlift championship in September where he intends to break the 501 kg deadlift record. Now, he's shooting for a 520-kilogram deadlift in September. It's July now, so that's within 2 months away. He's looking to break the deadlift world record by 19 kgs. And by the way his training is going, 440 for 2 looked pretty fast. Looked pretty impressive for a 1,000-pound double. I'm going to be honest, I don't know about 520, but I think this guy has 501 in the tank. I think he could tie Hafthor's record, and I think something like a 505, 510, not entirely unrealistic. I think he could just beat out the record by, maybe 10 pounds, 5 pounds. Hell, Hafthor beat it by 1 kilogram. Would anybody really be mad if he beat the world record with a 505 or a 510? I wouldn't. All right, now for the next story, let's go ahead and get back to bodybuilding for a second. So I've seen a lot of different people talking about this story, and it's about Phil Heath, and it's about the 2020 Mr. Olympia. And I don't really understand why this story has gotten so much traction, but I guess the Olympia put out an updated qualified competitors list, and Phil Heath's name was on that list. I guess they updated it, with the postponement and in light of all the recent rescheduling they had to do. I guess they republished the list for whatever reason. So the top 10 athletes qualified for the Mr. Olympia: Brandon Curry, William Bonac, Hadi, Choppan, Dexter Jackson, Rolly Winkler, Phil Heath, Cedric McMillan, Nathan Diasha, Juan Morel, and James Flex Lewis. Now listen, this is nothing new. Phil Heath's name has been on the qualified competitors list on the Mr. Olympia website for the past, since last September. I've probably looked at that list 100 times since the last Olympia. And for those that don't know how it works, Phil Heath is qualified for the rest of his life to compete at any Mr. Olympia he wants. If you win the Olympia, you can compete at the Olympia for life. You are qualified for life. So to me, the more interesting thing was that Sean Roden's name was not on that qualified competitors list. We knew that Phil Heath is eligible. Everybody already knew that, or at least I thought everybody already knew that. A lot of people have been messaging me seeing that Phil's name had been on this list and assuming that means he's going to compete at the 2020 Mr. Olympia. Just because he's qualified does not mean he's going to compete. And I'm going to tell you why I don't think he's going to compete in the 2020 Mr. Olympia. Let's be real here. The Olympia got postponed. Right now, it's extremely uncertain whether or not international competitors are even going to be able to be there. With the travel restrictions and everything going on, who knows what the caliber of competition is going to be. Phil has said before, if he did come back, he wants to beat Sean. He wants to beat the man that beat him. Sean wasn't there last year. Unfortunately, it's looking like Sean isn't going to be there this year. And in addition to Sean not being there, all these international guys, you got to think, Bonac, Rolly, Hadi, some of these big-name guys, Rami, they might not be there. So Phil, it's too uncertain in my mind for Phil to commit to coming back to an Olympia that's already been postponed because of this uncertainty, and that the lineup is extremely uncertain. And I'm not trying to undersell Brandon here. Brandon Curry is still the Mr. Olympia. He's still probably going to be able to compete there no matter what. So Brandon, he's still the Olympia champ. So I'm not saying that there's not going to be good bodybuilders there, but Phil is going to want to beat all of the best in the world. He's going to want all of the best to be there. And if he does make a comeback, he's going to want it to be a battle. And he's going to want to say, if he does win the Olympia when he comes back, I beat everybody. Everybody showed up and I beat them all. He doesn't want to come to a lineup where half the guys aren't even there and Sean Roden, the guy that beat him, still isn't there. So to me, I don't think Phil's retired. I think 2021 is a much safer bet. I think at this point, I would put a lot of money on the fact that I don't think we're going to see Phil at this year's Mr. Olympia. I don't think there's really any chance of that happening. Before it got postponed, I thought it was a possibility, but at this point, I think it's highly, highly unlikely. All right, so the final story that I wanted to get to here, we talked about this a couple news videos ago. Rich Piana's YouTube channel. It's being used by somebody, obviously, that isn't Rich Piana because he's passed away. And last week they published a video that really encapsulated some drama between Rich Piana and supplement company owner and former bodybuilder Rich Gaspari, just posting an old clip of Rich basically bashing Rich Gaspari. And the title is Unseen Resurfaced Video, Shots Fired, My Response, Rich Gaspari Destroyed. And a lot of people thought this was in very poor taste because Rich isn't here to make that final decision to say, I do or don't want to put this out there. I mean, he passed away. Yeah, he filmed the video, but I'm sure there's a reason why he didn't post it while he was still here. Maybe he didn't want that out there. So arguably, it's in very poor taste to be posting these clips that Rich isn't here to approve. And then after that, Rich's family came out and said, we're not running this channel. We have nothing to do with it, nothing to do with 5%. It's not his family. His girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend, Chanel, actually came out as well and said she is not in control of the YouTube channel. She's not the one posting this. And whoever's doing it, they're saying they think it's disgusting and they think they're doing it for clickbait and quick money. And now they've scheduled another upload for next week, the 24th. Unseen Resurfaced Video, Pets Unconditional Love, always there for you. So they're trying to take it in a positive direction this time and not a dramatic one, but still posting on Rich's behalf using a channel that really doesn't belong to him. I just think it's in super poor taste, man. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about them using Rich's channel and all the other stories you heard in this video. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did, in fact, enjoy it. Subscribe to this channel right now if you have not subscribed already for more news videos and other bodybuilding videos just like this one. And as always, Nick Strength and Power, signing out.